Hello and welcome to Die Rollin. To the uninitiated, this looks like just a creased up tablecloth. But I'm not here just to show you this tablecloth. No, we got a very special delivery today. We got a Merry Christmas from Mantic. 10 points to Mantic for managing to fulfill their Dungeon Saga Origins campaign on time. I think even maybe before time, but they got it for Christmas. That is fantastic. It's so good to actually get a Kickstarter arrive when it's supposed to, and also, you know, when you've got a big holiday session coming up like Christmas, it's fantastic to be able to actually have your latest plastic and cardboard monstrosity. And here it is, Dungeon Saga Origins. We've got the Legendary Edition. Look at this chap. Ooh. And there's this guy. And there's this dwarf. Ooh. And then obligatory elf. So let's open this up. We're getting really close to the camera. Okay, nothing on the inside of the box. We always check just in case. We got some silica gel. Please make sure you retain this in there. You don't want to get mold. Okay, we've got some tokens to begin with. That's interesting. Okay, we've got something about Kings of War Ambush and about terrain crates as well. We'll read that later. We have a quick start guide, which, you know, 10 points. Quick start guides are fantastic. Okay, we'll be getting into that. And this is all we get, guys. So we just got, you know, you can see my camera there. We've got this kind of tray, and then we get into the miniatures. So let's take a look at the miniature, not so miniature miniatures here, to be fair. Okay, so our first one is this ghastly Geist guy. I will be giving these guys all different names. They will not relate to what they actually are. Here's a big sword goblin. Shield spear goblin. Skelly with a shield and a sword. It's in my head, zombie, 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 hey, hey, hey. So yeah, we got some zombies, which is good. A couple of different sculpts there for zombies. Twin blade goblin. Doggo. Obligatory archer goblin. Okay, and then we're looking at an undead dwarf. I'll call him Boris. We have a mace-wielding goblin here. Skelly with an axe and a shield. Skelly archers. Now these are proper in the trays here. A little dwarf dude. Another guy. And this pretty cool looking elvish undead maybe? Okay, that's our first tray of miniatures. Here's our second tray of miniatures. So it looks like we've actually got some heroes now. We've got Sneaky Sneaky. With what looks like a dwarf king. Got a dwarf Sneaky Sneaky. you got Mr. Monk. Obligatory elf. I know what my kids are going to be fighting over playing. Depending how many female characters there are in this. We have good old Paladin. Sneaky, sneaky. Basically, if they have a cape and a mask, I'm calling them sneaky, sneaky. We've got this kind of fighter guy. He's like, oh, can't we just talk this over? Then we've got this guy who, if he doesn't just keep twirling around, what is the point? That is a fantastic sculpt. Look at that. That's great. You can see him in action, what he's actually doing. That is a fantastic sculpt. That's my favorite so far. We got this guy. Zap, zap, boing, boing. Then we go on to these chaps, or chapesses. It's kind of elvish, double spear wielding maniac. Then, of course, some form of weird fiery scorpion-y thing. I don't know, like a firebug guy with a... I don't know what that is. I also don't know how I got that out. Was he this way around? Which way around was he, guys? Oh my god. There we go. Okay, so then we have these guys, Elvish Archers, Twin Blades, Old Dwarf Baddies, Abyssal Dwarves, are they? This little chap. Diminutive, should I say that? Can I say little? Big axe guy. Looks like a boss of some kind. Oh no, it's another shooty. This looks like a boss though. You should never have come here. A couple of these maidens. Like a cobwebby cloak. This fancy helmet guy. And this great little guy who looks like he's carrying a bomb maybe. Yeah, fireworks out the back. That is a fantastic sculpt. Okay. Well, that's it for all the miniatures. No, I think there's actually even more than that. So, what do we have here? We have a shiny board. Let's open this up and see what is inside here. Is this an art print? So we've got some pretty cool art prints, which for when you're filming this is pretty cool because I can put these up as like, kind of like introduction or thumbnails and stuff. We've got the Abyssal Dwarves. I think they're Abyssal Dwarves. So this must be each of the campaigns. I can't remember what they're called. Tyranny of Greed, maybe? I don't know. These guys. And it gives you a real flavour for what you're going to be getting yourselves into here. Oh, wow, that's lovely. Nice inclusion there. Okay, next we go on to some tiles. I'll use my trusty penknife. Okay, so we've got some coins here, some doors, some other kind of obstacles and stuff there, some hit point markers maybe. Not quite sure what all this stuff is, but we've got those. Then we've started with our board. So here's one board. There's the other side to it. There's another board. Other side to it. There's another board. The other side to it. Another board. The other side to it. We have this board. This side to it. This board. And this side to it. So that's all the boards we're getting here in this. Then let's take a look at all of these really cool books here. Okay, so we've got all these campaigns, plus we have a rule book in here somewhere. So we've got a rule book. Trial of Tyranny is the first campaign we've got in here. So that should be 10 adventures in there, all for the Games Master's eyes only, I believe. We have Darkness Under Deer. Which is a bonus mini expansion for the Dungeon Saga Origins game, featuring an additional bookend style storyline following the end of the Mirrors of Malice storyline. So this is an additional little kind of thing you've got in there. Look, that's got all 6 tiles in. Well, that's pretty impressive. We've got Glimmer of Greed, Daughters of Doom. I really like the whole kind of the aesthetic they've got here. It looks like an old D&D kind of adventure. And then we have Mirrors of Malice. So maybe that's the last one we have to do. Maybe there's an order to this, who knows? So the rulebook itself. My main question with this is, can you play solo without that Overlord? Let's see if there's anything in here about solo play. Automated Overlord. So yes, guys, there is a solo / co-op option out of the box. You do not need the app, which isn't quite out just yet of the timing, the filming of this video. So you don't need the app just yet. There is an automated Overlord at the back. So I know there were some people asking the question about that, but it is in here. And you've got how many pages? Whole rulebook's around 26 pages long. So yeah, you could probably learn that fairly quickly. Okay, and then we have some more tokens, sarcophagi, and some other bits there. We've got a bit of padding, and these are all the terrain that you're going to use for the other kind of quests you've got in here. Unless, like me, you have all the extra stuff, which is all the different terrain. So let's take a look at the last miniatures we have in here. So we'll start with this guy over here. So we have a Venom symbiote. So Carnage there. We have got Sauron's cousin. I want to call this guy Whiplash for no reason. But we've got this guy, or gal. And we got some undead ogres. And there's one of the undead ogres chucking a big old rock. And then we have these mages, these dwarven magi. And then you got this big chap. That's fantastic. They've done a great job with miniatures in this. Let's take a look at the dice. These were especially unlocked during the campaign. So yeah, really nice kind of aesthetic to these. The blue ones are kind of like marbly effect. I really like the white and brown stuff there. That's great. And let's take a look at these cards here. So we have Madriga, the Elf Ranger. Sure Shot. Once per game, Madriga can reroll any one of her dice when making a shoot action. Feats Hail of Arrows or Lethal Aim. We have Denor. Special Magister. Once per game, Denor can reroll one of his dice when making a cast spell action. So pretty similar to the Elf Ranger, but it's about spellcasting. Instead of spellcasting, select 2 sets of spellcards to use during the game. Feats Focus or Arcane Force. Orlaf. Frenzy. Once per game, Orlaf can reroll any one of his dice when making a fight action. Whirlwind or Unstoppable. And I just flipped over the cards. They actually have some story on the back there, which is fantastic. We'll be using those when we're doing our filming of this, of course, to make this as thematic as possible. Then we have Maraudin, Stalwart, once per game, Rollin can reroll any one of his dice when defending an attack. Relentless or Shield Bash. Let's take a look at our Kickstarter heroes. Fenariel Juneborn. Revocation, once per game, Fenariel can attempt to reuse one of their discarded spells. Roll a die on a score of 5+. Fenariel can take a previously discarded spell. Can only be used after all spells have been cast and discarded. May select 2 sets of spell cards to use during the game. Arcane Mastery or Ethereal Arrows. We have Haderas of Wolf March. Special Hymn, once per game, Haderas can recover 1 health on a friendly model within 5 squares. Devout may select a set of 3 prayer cards to use during the game. Self-sacrifice, once per game, Haderas can suffer 2 damage to retake a discarded prayer card. Feats Fist of Iron or Soul Shield. We have Jane Clemth. Divine Will, once per game, Jane can reroll up to 2 enemy attack dice rolled against an adjacent friendly model. Sack result stand. Pious may select 1 divinity spell card to use during the game. Reliquary may select 1 relic card to use during the game. Master of Relics or Righteous Strike. We have Cerulean of Tarkis. Aura of Faith. Once per game, Cerulean may reroll 1 defense die for an additional friendly model. From an adjacent friendly model. Burden cannot equip armor and guard types of equipment at the same time. Pious may select 1 divinity spell card to use during the game. Valiant Charge or Divine Fury. Severeg, Ravenbolt. Piercing Bolt. Once per game, Severeg can make a sheet attack where if at least 1 6 is scored, he can add 1 additional die to that attack. Veteran Tracker. Once per game, Severeg can ignore the effects of a trigger trap by rolling 1 die and scoring 4 or more. Twin Targets or Wild Leap. Then finally we have Melissa Padfoot. Knife in the Dark. Once per game, Melissa can add +1 dice when making a fight attack in a monster's rear arc. Deep Pockets may equip up to 2 tool or apparel keyword equipment at the same time. Fleet of Foot or Death Dodge. There are characters, guys. Let's go on to... what else do we have here? We have some bosses. So we have Bruco Grimshank, Sneaky Blade. When this model makes a fight attack, if at least 1 of their die rolled is a 6, the model may roll a maximum 1 additional die in that attack. We have Crone, Special Dire Scourge. Any enemy model that causes the Crone to suffer damage in a fight attack will immediately suffer the effects of fear. May use the Shadowmancy set of spell cards. Izariel Duskweaver. From the Dusk. As an action, may place a Reaper model in any free square adjacent to Yazriel. If no unused Reaper model is available, may take an existing Reaper from elsewhere and play. The Reaper model may then activate if not already activated this round. May use the Shadowmancy set of spell cards. Then we have an Undead Dwarf Lord. Ancient Foe. When a hero attacks this model with a fight, first roll a die. On a score of 5 or 6, the hero rolls 1 for your combat dice for this attack. A Zombie Troll Tyrant. Regeneration. When this model suffers any hits, roll a die. On a 5 or a 6, reduce the number of hits suffered by 1. It's a large model, guys. We have Ironcaster. May use the Infernal set of spell cards. We have Ahasmud Doomfire. Doomfire Blast. This model may perform a 3 dice attack on up to 2 models in its front arc. Both targets' armor values are reduced by 1 for this attack. May use the Infernal set of spell cards. We have Goblin Bigot. Craven Courage. Whilst in a room or corridor with at least 1 other goblin monster, when making a fight attack, this model may reroll 1 die. That was Feeble. Then we have our Kickstarter exclusive bad guys, Soulbane. Jet Armor. When targeted by a spell, roll 1 die. On a score of 5 or 6, the effects of the spell are ignored. Soul Shear Blades. May make 2 fight attacks against the same or different targets. Each attack uses 3 dice and modifies the target's armor value by 2. Fear the Void. Any enemy model visible and within 5 squares of this monster will suffer the effects of fear. And finally we have Butcher Flesh Ripper. Toughened. Requires 2 hits to suffer 1 damage. May take 2 fight actions instead of moving due to its many limbs. And Fear the Void. Any enemy model visible and within 5 squares of this monster will suffer the effects of fear, as would I, because he is a big guy. All right, let's take a look. Some of the cards. So these are our special ability cards here. So I'm not going to go through all of these in great detail, guys. You can watch the channel for this. So we've got Death Dodge and Fleet of Foot. Loving the art style on this. For Melissa Padfoot, we've got Leaping Axes for Sverig, Ravenbolt, and Twin Targets. Divine Fury for Celion of Tharkis and Valiant Charge. Then we have some equipment cards. Divinity Redemption. So these are Divinity spells. Transfusion, Exaltation, Gur Binding, Talon of Colossu, Phoenix Ember. We have the Righteous Strike for Jane Clemby. Clemth, even. Master of Relics for Jane Clemth. If I mispronounce these, let me know in the below in the comments. We have Warrior's Blessing, some prayers here, a Gift of Grace, Sacred in Spirit. We got a Soul Shield for Haderas of Wolfmarch and Fist of Iron. Astromancy, we've got Lucian Light, Astral Arc, and Star Shatter. And then for Funereal Duneborn, we have Arcane Mastery and Ethereal Arrows. We've got a monster reference card. Your Light Keeper Lance, a Windwarden Bow, a Forge Hammer of Makaz, and Alisantor's Circlet of Shadow, which are all legendary items of some variety. Okay, let's go into what we've got here. Looks like we've got all the monsters. Okay, so yeah, these are monsters. We've got Neophyte Blade. It's really lovely card artwork on here, and just generally nice card design. Neophyte Shade, Neophyte Glaive, Impaler, and a Reaper. We've got Shadowmancy, some cards for that. Charmed Buckler, Curved Blade, Finely Balanced Saber. There's equipment cards here. Striding Boots, Solarium Amulet, Pouch of Crystalline, Mill Throwing Axes. Then we have legendary items, Shield of Luna, Dragon Armor of Deer, Sword of Dawn. Then minions of monsters, monster reference cards here for Twilight Kin and Undead. Then we've got some kind of search deck, I imagine. Exploration deck. So we've got Nothing, Traps, Roaming Raiders, Bags of Gold, Stash of Gold, Small Gems, Essence of Bravery, Essence of Superior Courage, Scroll of Blazing, Scroll of Deception, Scroll of Teleporting, Evil is Summoned, and Savage Attack. That's in our very first little lot of cards there. And I'm kind of assuming that each of these are for each of the different quests, expansions and stuff. So that one we just had there was for the Mirrors of Malice. So this must be the main one here. Let's go for that one next. The Trial of Tyranny. He says, not looking at the book to get the name of the quest. So what do we got here? So we've got Overlord Mood. This is for the AI Overlord, I imagine. So we've got monster, sorry. So these must be AI cards which we're doing for particular types, I don't know, of enemies. I'll have a look, see how that works. We've got monsters, skeleton warriors, skeleton archers, dwarf revenant, zombies, armored zombie, ghosts, and zombie trolls. Then we've got some feats here: lethal aim and hail of arrows, arcane force and focus, unstoppable and whirlwind, shield bash, and relentless. Then we've got some spells: crushing depths, tsunami, healing spring, crippling blow, steel skin, hold fast, flame bolt, burn, the sea of flames. Some legendary items here. So we've got Dimlath's Amulet of Warding, Crucible Staff, Stormbreaker, Cuirass of Dureg, and Gladespun Shirt. Then we have our exploration deck. We've got healing potions in here, superior healing potions, battle potions, haste potions, potions of resistance, gold, bags of gold, stashes of gold, small gems, jackpot, nothing, traps, and then marauding monsters all the way till home time. We have some player aids in here. And some equipment, so throwing knives, trap kit, pikes, fine swords, great hammers, thief shoes, Helmet battle, brass helm, mail coat, chainmail shirt, iron shield, bronze shield, plate mail, great axe, and elven war bow. Let's take a look at the last couple here. So this must be a glimmer of greed. So we've got goblin rabbles, goblin spitter, goblin sharpstick, goblin lugget, goblin bangit, and a more beast pup. Then we've got common arcana, long slumber, ether walk, lasting courage, thief's gloves, broad blade, rogue's pouch, arcane sword, shadow cloak, smoke bombs, royal halberd. Then we get legendary stuff, the bow of Galahir, the blessed tabard of Tarkis. Got some stuff about monster minions there. Then we've got the search deck there. More of the same: elixir of acceleration, elixir of accuracy, elixir of action, scroll of pausing, scroll of dimension, scroll of aeons, and then emerging enemies and savage attack there. And our last one must be Daughters of Doom. And if there is like a particular order I should play these in, let me know, guys. And also, if there's a particular characters you'd like to see me play as through our run of this, then let me know, guys. I am intending to paint up this stuff before we actually begin, so wish me luck. Black Soul, Heavy Hand, Decimator, Immortal Guards, Hexcasters, Infernal Enslave, Petrify, Fire Whip, Heavy Crossbow, Battle Hammer, Poison Blade, Poison Dart, Inspiring Tricorn, Thief's Cloak, Mage's Hat, Iron Caltrops, the Dread Helm of Marn, and Vigara's Talisman of Chance. Minions and monsters. Have our exploration deck at the end here. Trap, Rhyming Monsters, Bags of Gold, Gems, a Draft of the Ox, Elven Leaf Bread, Song of Sleeping, Song of, sorry, was that Song? Yeah, Song of Sleeping, Scroll of Warding, Scroll of Corrosion, Scroll of Deflection, Emerging Enemies, and then, of course, the Savage Attack right at the end there. We're least expecting it. That's everything you get in just that base thing there, but we also have, because we went for the ultimate pledge here, guys, let's take a look. So, you get a dice tray. It's pretty cool. So there we are. That's your Dungeon Saga dice tray. And I have like a neoprene mat here to organise cards. We then have wow, we've got like an Overlord screen. So on the other side, it's got all the artwork from each of the different campaigns. And then what should be in here is just terrain pieces now. So yeah, we've got bags of terrain. So let's take a look at some of those bags of terrain. Got a ladder. Got a little bookcase there. And another little bookcase there. And even more books for reading. Then have got a desk where the unfortunately the way this is packaged isn't the best. I was expecting this to be in foam or something, because that's kind of bent during the actual the actual transport, I guess. But oh well. We then got a pile of books, another bookcase, finally another bookcase. Wherever we're going, clearly we're going to be attacking like a library at some point, because there's a lot of books going on there. Okay, next we've got like a little stool thing. chair. Got an owl. You have this weird contraption. Got a mirror. We have like just a couple of books there. Another bookcase. Then we have like a candle, which I will try and bend back into the actual shape using some hot water. We have small little kind of potions, another candle, and then we've got a little candle there, a little kind of scroll there. I think that's what you get in the base game, but there's also, I don't know actually, to be fair, because we've got like doors and stuff, I imagine. Yeah, we've got doors here. So we've got like a little kind of portcullis thing, regular door, a big old door. And a couple of other doors. I like that they're different kind of designs as well. They're not all the same door shape. And then we've got the same thing over again. So we've got the same mixture of doors. I was always really impressed with Star Saga and what they had come along with that. We have some more doors, same doors again. And I'm going to have to figure out a way to store all this stuff. That's my next job. Well, actually, painting's my next job. What have we got here? So we've got treasure chests. We've got like a armory rack kind of thing. We've got a well. A couple of barrels. Sort of tables. And a throne of some kind. Okay, then we've got some more books. Another bookcase. Another bookcase. Another bookcase. More books and ladders. So they're very well read in these dungeons we're going to, which is, you know, which is good to see. Okay, so now we've got a little dude there. You can put him in his little coffin there. It's pretty fun. So these are all the torture devices and stuff we've got here. We've got like a rack for people to go on. 2 of those, another dead body in there, which we're going to get out and... Oh, this is a mummy this time. Cool, mummified, that's pretty cool. We've got this little kind of surgery thing there, a coffin. We've got lids as well, so there's some sarcophagi in here. Iron Maiden, wood for coffin. But yeah, there's loads of little bits you've got on here, and like a little table with chains and stuff on there. Carries on. We've got a couple more bags left. So this time something really small fell out there. It looks like a skull or something. It's a little rat. We've got a pile of books. No, that's debris. We've got a little wall of boxes and stuff. More debris. Some barrels, logs. Another kind of like barricade. Bunch of boxes. Crate. What is that? Like a skull with... Oh, it's 2 mice. There we go. So we got some skulls and some mice. Now our very last bag. This will be all the gold. Piles of gold. So yeah, we've got some gold there. Another stash of gold. We've got like lots of kind of treasure. More treasury stuff. A sword and a stone there. Yeah, just some really nice little additional bits there. And we get the same things over again as well. And that's everything you get inside Dungeon Saga Origins. This is the ultimate pledge, I believe it was. So yeah, if you want to see this on the channel, stay tuned because we will be playing this. If you have any preference for which characters I play when I do this, let me know. If you'd rather we do just a solo play, or we also do like an Overlord player, let us know. We are going to be doing a comparison video to this and a well-known game that has heroes going on quests, just to see how they compare to each other. I'm really impressed with what I've seen so far. I'm really looking forward to getting this table. So I've been the ever excitable Adam. Until next time, guys, stay safe or die rolling.